Oh, hey kids. I was just wrapping up shop over here. We finally finished the end of our Pioneer Prairie mine colony. So, time to close up shop. Let's get our builder's hats on and head over to the colony, and I'll show you what the final project looks like. I guess we should start our tour over here at the town hall. Let's check out the clipboard. Everything is level 5. We've got all the essentials. I'll go slow here through the list so you can read them all off. We've got all the essentials, except for our barracks. The barracks were a little bit messy, so we didn't finish those, but they are finished enough for me. So let's take a quick look around at some of the insides of these important builds. So this is the town hall. We started with covered wagons in this colony, and it's slowly upgraded through the ranks. Let's take a look. We have statistics, a total of 57 out of 84. I'll scroll through here. Fluid manager, that's a new job. I never saw that. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it's 0 out of 4. We can have up to 4 fluid managers. I'm not sure what that is. Never did have a need for it. But yeah, that's our town hall at level 5. Over here is the mayor's office. Just a plain room. Cool painting. Cool little dragon head. Yes, we did have to defeat the dragon to upgrade this colony to level 5, as always. Over here, they have built into this pack RS&AE storage. So you can put anything you want into this room here, and this can be your control room for all your storage, if you choose to keep your storage on the colony. I always like my own base, so I did not keep storage. So yeah, this is where all your chests go, and it even leaves little helpful signs. Upgrade safe inside granite borders, so anything inside the granite border is going to be perfectly fine. What should we go visit next? How about our very first builder? The final product of this colony does have gray concrete for roads. And this is our first builder's hut from the inside. Lots of storage. We do have ladders going up to nowhere. I think they're just for decoration. But downstairs we do have lots and lots of storage room. Lots of room for our racks. All the upgraded blocks. Making sure we're getting to level 5. We got purple from the end and end stones. Not much down here for storage, but it does meet the requirements of going to the end for level 5. I thought it was an interesting combination putting those creamstone bricks and birch logs on there. Not crazy about the birch logs, but they're okay. Let's see, what's another important build? Next to here, we do have the hospital. That's a very important build, but maybe we should go see what's happening at the restaurant first. Yeah. Our chef is feeding the beekeeper over here. Lots of room for dining. All the people, they'll come and they'll sit in these chairs and they'll get their dining needs met. We have a cute little courtyard out here with a fountain and the dining hall. Inside restaurant. The actual restaurant block itself is housed in this little tiny room. These are the only racks he has that I can see, is those and those. We never really outgrew his storage. But we do have the starlight room room for some dining up here where you can sit under the stars and eat, I suppose. That's one of our builders, Indy. She did a great job. She's resting now. She was responsible for all of our residences and guard towers, so she did wonderful. Down below the restaurant, we have staff only beyond here, but since I'm the mayor, I can go. And this is Alexander's hole. This is our chef, our cookery. So he lives in this little hole down here under the fluorescent lights. I wish it was more hospitable housing for you, Alexander, but it looks pretty good. And next to the restaurant, connected in one single piece, we have the bakery. Now, all of this you can put in wherever you see polished granite. You can put in your own stuff and it's upgrade safe, meaning they will not mess with it. So if you put stuff here, cabinets full of food and whatnot. If you want to do some of the cooking for your colony, none of this will get messed with. Where Aiden here, he's our baker. He works from this little hut right here. Bakery and cafe. So this is where he does all of his cooking. Good job, Aiden. Keep it up. So they feed themselves, and they've been doing really good. After the last mine colony that I did in the Badlands, this has been very nice. We've done wonderful with this. Alright, let's head off to that hospital now. We've got a town hall. Everybody's fed, so where do they go when they get sick? Those were my colony flag banners. I picked those for our American style frontier. Trying to tame the Old West. Now, I have never seen so many beds as what is in this hospital. I've lost count. There's 6 in there and 6 more here, so 12 down here outside. There's more up along here, up in this little area up above. Plus, we have the original beds. Oh, we'll go down there in a minute. Plus, we have the original beds that were in covered wagons. That's kind of an empty room. That one's got a bunch of beds, though. I have 4 more there. We have more beds than we have colonists. I swear we do. Oh, this guy gets a window. Oh, what a nice specialty room. You gotta pay extra for that, I bet. The reception area. Again, the second little private suite. You know, because when you're feeling ill, who wants to lay in bed next to strangers? You want your own personal suite. Around the corner here, we have more beds. They don't get much of a view, but they have a little view over their bed. More beds than we have colonists. I swear, I've never seen so many beds in a hospital. And I've done quite a few mine colonies. This was our original doctor's hut. This is where she has stayed put the whole time, even when she was in a covered wagon. Some of the rooms that we had, 2 more beds. Telling you, 3 more beds in here. Yep, 3 more beds. There's somebody sick underground. What are we doing about him? Now, connected to the hospital down in the basement, and every time they've got this blocked off. I don't know why. You look sick, go get better. This is the alchemist's laboratory. He's doing okay down here. But every time they built it, they kept putting these dirt blocks there. I'm not sure why. So, watch out for that. I guess he could get locked in the basement feeling sick. But he makes a lot of specialty stuff down here. We'll take a look at a residence real quick when we're running through. Most of our residences are located in this little area here. Okay, level 5 residence. Here we go. We got a colony banner and a white banner. I'm not sure why that just stayed a white banner, but that's okay. We've got a little fire pit, a little place for them to sit and enjoy the fire at night. Inside here, not much detail. I was a little disappointed by the level of detail in these builds. Usually MineColonies has very cute residents. This one, very, very plain. Bit of a disappointment, but it's got nice cream bricks that they build with. A little double bed up here. Again, not much decoration went into the house. But if you watched our last episode when we finished our residences, you'll know where all the time and effort went. It went into the basement, where our mine colonists never go. We have a boat being built in the basement, with lots of storage racks that'll never get used. I was a little disappointed in this. I didn't see much of the point, but maybe that was the builder of the colony that just wanted to take a personal interest in it. Rule 91, it has to do with a TV show. So maybe that was just a personal interest of the guy that built the colony, which is fine. Put your own little touches into it. I just wish there was a little bit more detail in the residence. Next to the residence and the second builder was my first animal pen. This I would recommend putting in immediately on your colony. We needed the shepherd's hut. All of these buildings were covered wagons when we started, so lots and lots of wool went into this. I even had to supplement my shepherd here with a wool farm, just a good old vanilla Minecraft wool farm. That really helped out a lot in the beginning. And this is the inside of her shepherd's hut. She's got her tools laid out that she might need. Everybody on the animal side, though, works from outside. Their huts are outside. So this is Hope. She's our level 5 shepherd. She does a good job. There's Hope now. Hi, Hope. Always off to work. Good job. Alright, from the shepherd, let's go over here to the next important build that I put on here. That was all of our woodworking. Our forester and our sawmill. The forester has to get up to level 3, I believe it is, before you can put a sawmill up, and boy does a sawmill really help with this. So we got some wood logs in here, and just a tiny little hut that we started with, and this is where he chops down his trees. So let's get a better look at the outside here. So this and the shed next to him, that's all from the forester. Next to him, though, is the sawmill. It got the red brick roofs. The forester only had birch slabs. These are kind of cute. They got little saws for cutting all their wood. Nice little detail. I like that. Hi, Deacon. Inside, we've got a sample of all of our wood qualities that I suppose the builders can come over and pick out, see which ones they like. So it's a nice little build. I like this one. But another important build I always like to put in is for food production for our colonists early game, and that's a fisherman's hut. There is a little concrete mixer that goes here, a little concrete mixer build that goes here, but I didn't put it in. I didn't feel the need. I've got my factory way over yonder. That's where you saw me when we started today. I've got my factory over there automating concrete, so there was just no reason to have a concrete maker, and it's so late game that I would have been able to build it. Wasn't worth it. Ricardo, he has been our fisherman since day one. He is a master fisherman. Yes. What are your stats? 38 and 46? Yeah, he is a master fisherman. You just give him fishing poles and let him go, and he'll feed your colony forever. Here's the cowhand hut. Similar setup to the shepherd. Let's go look inside. It's got its tools of the trade on display here. So this works out for this worker's hut right here too. Good job, Kimber. They look like very happy cows. You're doing a wonderful job. More production in line. We've got the Fletcher. Nice little build here. Same style as everybody else. They didn't go too far with this. That's Miss Avery. She's got some inside room here. She doesn't really do anything with this. But, what are you making over here? Oh, we got scaffolding and stuff going up. Very nice. Yeah, here's our Fletcher. Avery hasn't had any jobs for a while. We finished up the colony a while ago. So she's just kind of hanging out. Next, we'll visit our artisan row. That's what I like to call it. All the artists, the dyers and the glass blower and the aviary and all those. The artisans. We never did connect this row, but here's our aviary. Aviary? This is where our bees live. Javion. Yavion? He's in charge of the bees. He does very good work. Good job. You have no honey. Let's go take a look at this build. Lots of honey bottles on display. Automatic doors, good for a beehive hut. We've got 0, 1, 4, 7. We got 7 bees that are living here. So there's enough to make colony happy. I like how they put the trapdoors, different colors. Interesting. Got a little glass ceiling. Next up, we got the dyer's hut. They all got little pools of water around them. I'm not sure what the pools of water are for, but you know, when you're making dye, you might need a little pool of water to wash stuff in. So that's good. next to here is what I call Artisan Hill. These are all the guys that make the colony pretty. This would be our glass blower. He cooks up all the sand, sends it off to the dyer if it needs to be colored. Yep, there's a little water pool down there. Everybody got a water pool. Lots of furnaces. Produce glass very, very quickly from this hut. Yep, got another little pool up front. Here we've got our florist. Yep, he's doing good out there. Still growing flowers. What do we got? Oh, look at all the pretty flowers. We got lots of flowers. So yeah, this is the florist. What is it called? Flower shop. Yeah, got all the flowers on display. This was one of our first guard towers. I think this was the second guard tower. There's the front view of the guard tower, level 5. Lots of floors. Let's go on up and see what we got. Here's their bed. Their workstation. And some decoration stuff up here. Can get a good look at the colony from up here. That fountain right there. I didn't find any good decorations that I liked that came with this pack. So I just found a fountain for myself and put a little weather vane up there at the top. Lots of end rods, and then we have one more layer for an even better bird's eye view of the colony. I suppose the next big build is the university. This is Herobrine Academy. Again with the birch logs for decoration. They got their fancy fountain, and inside the university, just a gathering hall out front here. But in here where they do their lectures, I suppose, this is where all the research happens. I'll quickly flip past the research so you can see what we accomplished. There's nothing in progress right now, but let me scroll out so you can see what was done. I didn't really get too much even into level 3 research. A lot of the stuff I mass produced for our colony, that's where I find it fun to play MineColonies, is when I get to do a lot of their resources. Standing around just supplying stuff gets a little boring for me, so I like to automate some of their stuff. Here's our weaponry. We didn't have too many casualties, and this, we did go kind of far out there on this one, trying to get their inventory and their placement and breakage, block break speed, trying to get that up there, just to make them build faster. So that's a gaze at our colony and all of its research. We've got 5 research here. Upstairs, we've got a little bit of area here. They got, I think the enchanting, nope, the enchanting tower doesn't go here. But this block here, I suppose you could put your own enchantment tower, because this one, again, it's not going to break the granite, so you can use that. Got a little outdoor deck. So yeah, if you wanted to, you could put your own enchantment set up in here. Across from the university, we've got the little school here. The school in MineColonies never get much use because I just don't do children being born. I would rather just hire people from the tavern, hire visitors, than have to worry about leveling up my colonists. Somebody left their book outside. It's gonna get ruined. Zola, the book outside's gonna get ruined. This right here is the library. When you hire new people and there are no jobs open, they can come over here and work. So she is an actual colonist, but she does not have a job right now. So she becomes a student. So this was nice, having the whole educational district walled off on its own. The most used build, besides my own, that was my little setup there. I kept the covered wagon, and I made it crate storage to kind of mold with the colony. Well, it did mold a little bit more when they were in covered wagons. I took one of their cover wagons, made a schematic on it, and put crate storage in there. That was kind of a nifty little idea, I thought. But we do have the warehouse. Never outgrew the warehouse, never really had to clean it up. Sometimes you have warehouses that you have to clean up all the time. Even though it doesn't look like too many racks, we have a lot of invisible racks in here. I'm not sure if it was a glitch with the mod pack I was using or a glitch with the warehouse, but there's a lot of invisible racks here. We do have 4 couriers, so here's the courier's hut. Oh, we have an iron golem looking out for everybody. We've got villagers down there at the market. Maybe we'll take a quick run through the market. So yeah, level 5 courier. Not much to it, but they've got a cute little house. And here was our villager market stall, where I could buy some goods from them. Mostly food. These guys here, they got a lot of use. I would buy food from my colonists. Food is very frustrating to me in MineColonies. I find it to be one of the most frustrating things ever. So we have a lot of villagers to help us out with that. These are me and my children sitting down to have a little picnic. We installed straw statues, one of my favorite little mods. And up here, next to the town hall, we do have our tavern. So that's the outside. Let's go take a look on the inside of our tavern. Ooh, look at this diamond shoe lady, Milani. She would like hand pies. Sorry, Milani, we're not hiring right now. We're finishing up. We got our little tavern. Upstairs were our first original beds. MineColonies always comes with 4 original beds in the tavern for your 4 original colonists. And a little outdoor seating. Gideon, welcome to the colony. You're more than welcome to stay. Grab something to eat over at the restaurant. Close by, I wanted the farm, so that's what that is with our little purple stalks growing up there. Let's go take another look at it. It's kind of an open air with lots of greenhouses to it. I like that style. Of course, we have the famous Duckingham Palace. That would be Duck Island over. Thomas and Kelly. Those are my 2 builders. Guess there's nothing left to build it. They're having some fun. Enjoying Duckingham Island. So yeah, here's my level 5 farm. So each crop gets its own little greenhouse. They do grow some nether warts, so you can come over here and pinch some of that off. They won't farm that or the purple, but you can come over and grab a little bit. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, each crop gets its own little greenhouse. And in here, this was very interesting. Down here, we've got some other farms. Right here is an automatic kelp farm. They did all the redstone stuff for it. Kind of a cool thing. Just fired off. And the kelp comes in here automatically. So if you need a little bit of kelp, you just come down here and it's growing it automatically. Very nice feature. I like that a lot. I didn't do any of the redstone. They set it all up. I never saw that with the farm before without like the plantation and stuff. And because it's in the rack, he can come and grab the kelp too. Across the river here, this is where I set up our industrial district. It's almost 2 cities in one. Over there is more builders and artisans and food and production, the hospital. Over here is where all of our industrial stuff goes. So we started off with the builder over here and the mine. This is our builder over here. It's got its own residences. But the mine does come with a stonemason and a stone smelter. So that's kind of nice. This whole complex, like the education district, this comes with its own little district as well. Now, level 5 was kind of a pain. Let me show you why so you can maybe avoid it or be prepared for it. Here's a guard tower. It comes with 2 guard towers on the mine. Well, it came with 1 originally, I think. Maybe 2 originally, I forget. But then upstairs, this is where the problems came into play. Upstairs, it also builds in guard towers. What was happening is the guard tower, this all happened in level 5, it was breaking the roof off of my original mine. So I had to actually go back in there and repair my original mine to get my roof back. All of this was completely disconnected from over there. Let's see. How far down did we get? Let's see. Where's my levels? There's my levels. We got down to negative 53, and I just put her there. She's got 56 notes. Again, I do a lot of my own production, so I don't really rely on them to do any production for me. Dorian here, he's our stonemason. This guy was very, very helpful. We enjoyed having a stonemason on the colony to help out with all these materials. The cream bricks, I automated those over in my factory. Again, that's where I find MineColonies fun, is I get to automate stuff for my colonists. The colonies help out a little bit together, but I enjoy mass producing stuff for them. Over here, if you'll notice, I did not make concrete pass. I didn't want the concrete pass. Well, sir, how are we doing? We got that charcoal going? All right. Yeah, that's really what I use him for more than anything else, is charcoal. Keeping everybody happy with that. Next to him, we have the blacksmith. The blacksmith makes all of our armors and tools. I had to disable and remove the netherite stuff, otherwise they just keep asking for upgrades. Diamond is just fine for our people. A few people still have iron, but she makes it really nice for especially racks. I hate making racks, so having her just to make the racks, one of my favorite things. Yeah, she got some of her wares on display over here as well. Lots of diamonds. When you play with the create mod like I do, diamonds are never an issue. You have plenty of diamonds. Next to the blacksmith, we have the mechanic. Level 5. Got some cool redstone stuff. This right here is a redstone shifter, I guess. Oh, it doesn't work. Maybe it could be a redstone. I don't know. I don't do redstone. Well, maybe some of my redstone here is broken. But that is our mechanic. She makes... Here, let's see her recipes. All the glass bottles, that's for the lanterns. She makes lanterns, which was really nice to have her for that. I don't think she did a whole lot more than that, but they do have 2 lantern recipes. Also soul torches, that was nice. Next to her, we've got the composter. She's very helpful and nice to have around. We finally got enough stuff for her to stop yelling about compost. She works too fast. She's always complaining she needs more things to compost. So over here, this is our mystical site. It's attached to a graveyard over there. And our nether mine. We have lost, I think, 3 nether miners so far. Oh, flint and steel. You know what? I don't think they have any. Let me see if I got some in my pocket for you, Corbin. There you go.
Fine morning, isn't it?
Have my flint and steel, buddy. Have fun in the nether. Good luck. So they don't actually go into the nether, but they do grab nether supplies for you. Next to them, again with the big quartz pull around the area, we do have... Yeah, there you are, Emmanuel. We have our enchanter. He goes around and he gathers some XP from all these people and turns them into enchanted books. All these ancient tomes you get from your raids, and they drop from the barbarians and stuff when you kill them. He turns them into enchanted books, and all these scrolls. So, I don't know. We don't usually work on the scrolls at all. But he's very good for enchanted books. Nothing too high tier. Nothing too high tier. But he does come up with some enchanted books for you. And I guess this will be our last tour spot. This is our mystical site. There's really not a purpose. Look at all those. That's why I said the mechanic, they were good for all these soul lanterns. There's not much use to it. It doesn't really serve a purpose. There's no work spot here. But it does boost the overall happiness in your colony. Take a look-see up here. Got a nice little view of the colony. We do have a little extra room here. And we've got our bell tower. We can pull the bells, ring the bells. This is where Quasimodo would live. I should put a bed over there for Quasi. Yeah, the bell ringer. And next door, connected to the mystical site, is the graveyard. We haven't had many deaths around here, but a few of the last raids we had have been a little tough, so we have lost a couple people recently. Yeah. Some of our military guys from our raids. Layla, she does a good job making sure she goes and collects her belongings. And what's down in the basement? I don't think I've ever toured the basement. Is this just more graves? I've never been down here. Okay. Wow, in case you have a lot of people. Oh, there's another one. A nether miner. Oh yeah, the nether miners. There should be a few of those in here. Alright. I think that is about the end of our tour. Let's go over here to the park. So this park here was from, I think, the Asian mine colony. I just changed out some of the color of the blocks to fit our colony and redid it. I think this is a nice little addition to our colony. Down there I grabbed from another colony as well for some animal pens. A few of the horses we had early game now live in there. They've retired. This ends the end of our tour, kids. Thanks for coming along, especially for all the adventures. If you missed any of the episodes, we do have some middle of the road stuff for you to check out as well. There were some highlights and lowlights in there. All I'm going to say to you is stripped oak logs. I never want to see another stripped oak log in my life. But it has been a fun mine colony to build. Until the next adventure, I'll see you later. Bye, kids!